The story basically is that the people who built this house were spiritualists, and they built it between 1865 and 1868, moving in. They bought it the same month a daughter of theirs had died, July of 1865, and the daughter had been sick her whole life, and they believed that she had been ill because she had been possessed by evil spirits. She very well may have been apparently schizophrenic. She had like this personality disorder, and she'd have fits and seizures that actually do correspond fairly well to schizophrenia, or like a dissociative disorder. It went on from the time she was 6 months old until she died when she was 19. Now, she never lived in this house as Mary Roff, in Mary Roff's body. But what happened was, the spiritualist family, they moved in here, they built this house and they moved in the years following that daughter's death. And then over the next 11 years, they used this house to contact the other side, contact the spirit world that they believed existed through spiritualism. And this front parlor is where they would have done their seances, greeted guests to the home to do these seances here. And even in the story that's written about when this possession took place, there's a description of this room, a description of the windows, and the seances that they did here. 11 years after they moved into this house, a girl across town started having the same kinds of fits and seizures that the first girl did, and it went on for 7 months. They tied her to the bed, they locked her in her room, and they basically found her to be really uncontrollable. She would take on different personalities. She would become very violent, and basically was not herself in ways that were very disturbing. And so they want to intervene because they believe that what's happened to this girl is the same thing as what happened to their daughter. They do intervene, basically asking for him to barge in, ask for an invitation to go to the house, which is on the other side of town. And while they're there, they interview this girl, and during that interview, she takes on 3 different personalities. And the third personality claims to be their dead daughter, Mary Roff. And this personality claims that this girl, her name was Lorenzi, they actually agreed, and they let her come over here, and she spends 100 days here. Exactly 100 days. Some nice numerology in the story. For the time from February 10th through May 21st of 1878. During that time, they do the seances here. They try and test her and see if she actually is their dead daughter. Like they'll put articles of clothing out, or books or letters or things from the girl's past, which would now date back like 20 or 30 years. And supposedly she always recognized what they were, the date like, oh, I wore that in Easter of 1857, or what have you, and with no details that would seem impossible for a 13-year-old girl to know. She stays here for 100 days, and then toward the end of that time, she says that she's going to have to leave, that she's going to have to come into her body and live out the rest of her life, because that's unfair, and that they need to prepare for that. When the day comes, they say their goodbyes and make their exit from the home. Take Lorenzi to the father's office downtown here, and then take her back over to her home. She comes back into her body, and supposedly has no recollection of anything that happened.